Welcome to Truty Lifestyle Show, and I'm your host, T Money. On this episode, I'm going to be talking about something very, very sensitive, and I just have to warn you before I go talking about it. So, stay tuned. So, a few years ago, I lost my elder brother and had a stillbirth. However, it's coming close to the anniversary of both of them. And while I was just thinking, it made me realize how lonely you can be when you're dealing with some issues close to the heart. And I basically felt like this is just a topic we need to talk about, because it's very sad that a lot of tradition, or especially from the heritage where I come from, which is African heritage, grieving is something that we really don't like to talk about. But one way or the other, we all go through it. So this leads me to talking about grieving. This leads me to talking about grieving. We grieve in different ways. We grieve if we lose someone close. We could grieve if it's a relationship loss, which is sometimes when people, you've been in a relationship, it could be marriage, it could be friendship, and there's a breakdown somewhere. And then you realize that, it could be down to betrayals, it could be down to different reasons. And then however, when this happens, the body, our system go through different stages of grieving. So for me, I would like to talk to you about the 5 different stages of grieving that our body go through. Number 1, our body go through the denial stage. For example, when my brother passed away, because he's always been a very jovial person, and he always likes to play pranks. So sometimes in my mind, I feel like, oh, no. I like in the season, like when it just happened, I feel like, no, maybe he's just playing pranks. Maybe he's going to call me. Maybe it was just a joke. Maybe this, maybe that. For some other people, your denial process will be different. During the stillbirth, when I lost the baby, to me, I felt like, it must be a joke. No, the doctor is not serious. And for different reasons, I just could not accept it. Again, I'm like, no, I'm a Christian. It shouldn't happen to me. But we all go through it. It leads to the second stage of grief, which is anger. During this process, you're angry about what happened. And that could be, why did this person die? Why did this have to be this one? Or why for different people would have different things, different reasons for being angry. And basically, you should just understand that your body is just going through a process. And to the best of my knowledge, again, I must say, I'm not an expert in this field. This is just what I've had to learn in the past few years, by studying, by going to therapy and different things. Which kind of leads to the third stage, which is bargaining. That's when you think to yourself, especially and this happens most of the time, or I've seen this when maybe you had a breakdown in a relationship. People would think, what could I have done to stop this? Or what can I still do to stop that thing from happening? And sometimes you can't really do anything. And then when you get to that point and you realize that, I couldn't have done anything, or no matter how much you've tried, that situation is not, it's kind of like gotten to that point of no return, then that takes most people to the stage 4, which is depression. Depression stage is a stage I don't pray it on my worst enemy. because it's such a dark place. However, after that stage, you get to the place of acceptance. And during the process of acceptance, that's the stage where you have accepted that this has happened, and you're trying to find a solution on how to get better or fix the problem at hand. All this, to some people, can happen in a day, to some people can take months, to some people it can take years. But the only thing I would want to leave with you is that please, for any reason, if you know someone who's going through a breakdown of a relationship, a loss of a child, a stillbirth, or miscarriage, or a loss of a loved one, or any hard place, I think showing some care, showing some love. Sometimes you don't even have the right words to say. Just a big hug. Even if we can't give a hug, a smile, a telephone call just to say, how are you today? A text message to say, just thinking about you, just to let you know we love you. That alone could save that person's life, would go a long way. Please, let's watch this next video together. Hope you enjoy it.
Celine's grief was eating her alive. Then she got an unexpected letter from an admirer.
See a letter on my right side, and it says, "Personal and confidential for Miss Celine Dion from Ryan Reynolds."
We had this amazing song. We were all sitting around trying to figure out who's going to sing it for the movie. The studio piles up a whole bunch of sort of millennial-friendly type singers that we just thought, let's go right to the legend. Let's see if we can get her. I sent her a long letter.
Little did Celine know, just months before, Ryan had also lost someone he loved.
My father had Parkinson's. I really didn't have a support system. I had no outlet for that. To sort of deal with this inner kind of hurricane that was happening, I would just jump up into the audience and just do the warm-up. And it was just a great way to kind of expel some of that super anxious energy and into something productive. I wonder if some of those sort of underlying reasons we do get sick or sicker is because we're not sort of expressing ourselves or letting things out.
Ryan reminded Celine of how music helped her keep going.
It was so sweet because he considered me for his new movie, for me to sing his song. And when I played the song the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful song. I love it so much.
The unexpectedly emotional theme song for Deadpool 2, sung by Celine Dion, is about beauty rising from the ashes of loss.
So when you come across someone grieving, it could be friends, it could be a colleague, it could be family, it could be anyone. Please show some love, show some care, show some empathy, and give as much love as you can. Till I see you on my next episode, stay tuned, stay safe, and God bless. And also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.